It is 4 p.m. We're reading developing news.
And the stories behind the headlines. This is Storycon. I'm Regina Lay.
I'm Ed Lingao. Some stories we're watching this Thursday, November 6. President Bongbong Marcos has declared a state of national calamity. That's in the wake of Typhoon Tino's onslaught, which has so far claimed at least 114 lives and cost millions of pesos in livelihood and infrastructure damage. The declaration is also in preparation for incoming Typhoon Uwan, which is projected to be stronger than Tino and could enter the country by Friday evening or Saturday morning. The highest possible wind signal for Uwan is signal number 5, with path on either northern or central Luzon.
The Independent Commission for Infrastructure has submitted its 4th interim report to the Office of the Ombudsman. ICI flagged former Public Works Secretary Manny Bonoan and several officials over a 95 million peso flood control project in Bulacan that was fully paid for but never built. The commission accused Bonoan of quote-unquote inexcusable negligence tantamount to fraud and recommended administrative charges for grave misconduct and gross dishonesty. Meantime, ICI Chair Justice Andres Reyes Jr. held a placard during today's media briefing that said, "What the world needs now is love, not greed, not selfishness."
And the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or the BIR, has filed a 1.6 billion peso tax evasion case against 3 former public works engineers before the DOJ. These engineers are part of the so-called BGC boys, Henry Alcantara, Bryce Hernandez, and JP Mendoza. The BIR said a lifestyle check shows that the officials live beyond their means, owning luxury vehicles and properties far exceeding their declared income.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines President Pablo Cardinal David is urging those involved in corruption to admit their wrongdoing, repent, and return what they gained. In a video message, Cardinal David said true forgiveness and reconciliation can only begin when there's accountability. He emphasized that genuine change involves confession, repentance, and restitution. The CBCP chief also reminded the public to seek justice through peaceful and constitutional means.
Kapag mayroong pag-amin, pagsisisi at pagsasauli, ay mas madali hong lumago ang tunay na pagpapatawad at pagkakasundo. At naniniwala po ako na sa tulong ng Diyos at sa tapang ng sambayanang Pilipino, mananaig ang liwanag kaysa kadiliman, ang katotohanan kaysa kasinungalingan, at ang pag-ibig kaysa katiwalian.
And joining us today is Storycon's resident political heckler, Tito Rol Llamas.
Gandang hapon. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Agree ka ba, Principal?
In relation to the flood control investigation, oh my gosh. But to complete that, what the placard said, it said, "What the world needs now is love, not greed, not selfishness." I mean, how is that relevant to the investigation?
Well, no. Love flows from everything. If you love your country, you do what is good for the country.
You mean if somebody steals from the government coffers, immediately they don't love the country? Hindi pwede naman pareho, di ba?
If they steal from government coffers?
Yeah.
Alabas mo na ako.
Some people will...
I'm sure they don't.
Alabas mo na ako sa kuweba.
Nag-swimming ka ba?
Sa kuweba. Alabas ako sa kuweba.
No, the point is I don't know what message he's trying to convey from that.
Why it has to come from him?
Why it has to come from
Why
him?
it has to come from the ICI?
If I mean, as the chair of the commission that's the lead investigator for all of this, I want somebody who's tough, hard-hitting, and, ruthless.
Huwag kang laging pag-gising na
Not
kanina.
someone who's talking about love. But
Pag-gising
anyways,
sa umaga, kailan naramdaman niya?
Tanong natin si Ami.
from the Philippine Star, we've got Editor-in-Chief Ami Pamintuan. Hi, Ami.
Agree ka ba, Ami?
Yan ba headline
Hi,
nyo, Ami? What the
everybody.
world
Happy
needs now is
Thursday.
love, not greed.
Hindi siya tagahanga ni Dionne Warwick, si Reg.
Dionne Warwick ba original?
Oh.
Dionne Warwick?
Oh, Dionne Warwick.
Kaya, kabats ni...
Alam ni Ami.
Kakantahin na ni Ami.
Sorry, akala ko Taylor Swift eh.
Oh, Ami, I know you're dying to sing it. Go.
Hindi, medyo malabo nga yung messaging. Tama si Reg doon.
Tsaka why does it have to come from him? Diba?
Di yata related yung love sa selfish.
Exactly. This is, for those who
Sa
don't
greed
know,
and selfishness, ano.
Parang
Dapat
pagtatawanan ng mga tao, di ba?
the world needs now is honesty, di ba?
accountability,
What the world needs now is jail time.
Punishment, no?
restitution,
Sabi nga ni Cardinal Ambo, restitution.
Mas
especially...
malinaw yung kay Cardinal Ambo.
Oh, I mean, exactly. So that's a great point, Ami. Pag galing kay Cardinal Ambo, okay, that's totally understandable. He represents the clergy, the church. Pero from
Baka
the
humilito
chair
si Ronaldo.
of the commission that's investigating massive, widespread corruption, I'm sorry, I mean,
Oo nga eh.
pasintabi kay Justice Andres
Yan
Reyes,
eh.
but
Kaya nga ano siya,
I'm puzzled.
ano siya, yung henerasyon niya ni Bert Bacharach eh.
Love talaga. Love talaga ang solusyon sa lahat eh. Hindi na nararamdaman yun. Kulang ng
Kaya baka
pag-ibig.
kailangan
Kaya kita mo
dagdagan
si
niya ng
Hero
love
na
your
trying to
country.
make up
Ganun
for
ba?
all of our feelings
Diba?
in the love department eh.
Gano'n.
Oo, baka
Ganun,
ganun kailangan
don't go
dagdagan.
there.
Love your country, love your fellow Filipinos. Siguro, baka may kulang na salita dyan.
Pag sinabi ni Kwan yan, ni Saldico, ni Yusek Bernardo, ni Engineer Alcantara, okay na sila.
The tale of their
Sasabihin
country.
nun, marami naman kami love. We love a lot of, a lot of things,
It's,
a lot of people.
Yeah. I'd say, I
Paano
don't know,
ganun
sorry.
ang
Sa
response,
gitna
diba?
ng devastation ng Cebu.
Kaya
diba?
nga, it's
Sa
really,
gitna
it's just
ng,
bizarre.
Diba, ng mga kasong isasampa, tapos nasabihin mo, what the world needs now is love, sweet love.
The thing is, this was during today's press conference when they presented the fourth report in which they need more people that they're recommending for investigation. Ay, hindi ko alam if natanong siya ng reporters. I haven't watched the full live stream yet. Hindi ko alam if natanong siya ng reporters who are there why he was showing that placard and what he was trying to convey with it.
Bakit pa siya gawa ng placard?
Oo.
Hindi na lang siya nag-soundbite.
May placard.
May iba eh.
May iba eh, no? May effort eh. May effort eh. No?
Prinint pa.
Oo nga, kayo naman.
At hindi siya bond paper size.
Oo
ha?
nga, give
Paper size.
him an A for
Yan.
Hindi,
effort.
mukhang siya pa
A
yung
for
nagdikit
effort.
nan eh. Mukhang siya pa nagdikit nan eh. No?
Ay.
What the world needs now is restitution and retribution.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Restitution.
Ay, mas
Parusa.
malinaw yan. No?
Parusa ang kailangan.
Reparations, lahat ng re-Asians, jail time, as you said, accountability. We need people to pay for their crimes. We know crimes, massive crimes took place, right, at this point.
Parang off eh.
Kahit-
Parang off.
Talaga nagigets ko talaga yun. Pero meron siyang soundbite na what the world needs now is love. Magigets ko pa yun. Pero hindi talaga nag-print out pa ng ganun kalaking A4 size na
Nasa gising nga yun.
Nasa
Nasa
gising.
gising nga. Naginip siya kagabi. Tapos
Talaga
naisip niya, ito talaga ang problema ng bansa. Kailangan talaga ng pagmamahal at pag-ibig sa isa't isa.
A for effort ka din for trying to.
Ah,
Okay, ano yung latest? I just got the numbers talking about yung we're talking about this issue in the aftermath of another huge disaster. Latest death toll in Cebu, 124.
130.
Umabot na lang
May
130 sa
130
numbers
na.
mo? Okay.
Well,
Kami
somehow, even
130 sa
more.
Cebu pa lang ah.
So yung sa amin kasi as of 1 p.m. So now it's 1:30.
Ang
The hard-
bilis-bilis nga.
the hardest-
Kagabi, 98 nung magsasara
Yun
kami.
na nga eh.
Nung about half an hour later, 111 na.
The hardest hit are Liloan, Compostela,
Yeah.
and Mandaue, and Cebu City.
Grabe, no?
So,
Kasi habang bumababa yung yung tubig, naglalabasan yung mga patay saka yung mga nawawala. Kaya ang bilis-bilis umakyat ng death toll.
oo. Because as far as we know, as of this afternoon, hundreds remain missing. So,
Yes.
yung search and rescue,
Yes.
search and retrieval operations are still ongoing.
Kasi may tubig pa nga eh. Ang bagal-bagal eh.
Tapos may parating pa na bago na mukhang mas malakas.
Yes, super
Posibleng
typhoon.
signal number 5.
Signal number 5.
Yolanda level yun, ha? Yung number 5.
Signal number 5. That's very powerful.
It's
Saka
very
dahil
powerful.
tama ang Central Luzon, baka malakas ang tama sa atin. Di ba?
Yes.
Medyo si weather forecaster Edlinga, wala ka ba diyang ano?
Oh,
Wala ka ba
pull up
papakita dyan sa
window.
computer? Kung gaano kalaki yung ano? Hindi, kung gaano kalaki yung ano, yung papalapit sa
Tapos
atin.
yung pagkasalita ka rin tuloy-tuloy.
Nakagupit sa Metro
Hindi pwede
Manila.
sumingit, di ba?
Ayan,
Oh, ayan o.
Pag-asa.
That's Uwan, di ba? It's Uwan.
Uwan.
Yeah. Project.
Fung
Uwan,
Wong,
Uwan.
international name Fung Wong at this point. Pagpasok sa PAR, saka i-rename to Uwan.
This weekend yan.
Oo, this weekend. So we're
Yes.
looking at November 8, 9, 10 potentially.
By Sunday, it's expected to be off the coast of, I think, Isabela or Aurora. And crossing over west-northwest siguro, up northern Luzon. So by Monday, it would have crossed, by Monday afternoon or evening, it would have crossed through Luzon already.
Pero malaki, aabot yan sa
Malaki siya.
Yes.
NCR.
At yung sinasabi na 185 kph na ano.
It's a bit unusual. Oh, ako lang ba, or is it's a bit unusual to have these such strong
Magkasunod?
storms late in the year?
Well,
Or
Yolanda
naman?
kasi
Hindi,
November
hindi.
na yan.
November din siya.
Normal yun. October, November,
And we've had
malalakas.
terrible storms
In
in
the past
December.
years,
Supposedly tapos na yung wet season, right?
Yes, dapat July yan.
Matagal nagbago yan. Hindi ba dati June pa lang?
Sa bagay.
June ulan.
Sa bagay. It
Ngayon,
starts
up to November.
earlier. It starts
Ang
earlier.
Yolanda is November eh. Yeah.
Naalala
Ang
ko yun,
Ondoy
eh.
was late October. May sumunod sa
palanding kami
Ondoy,
nun,
nakalimutan ko lang yung pangalan. Si Ompong ba?
Dumating yung
Ompong? Sino ba
Yolanda,
sumunod kay Ondoy?
palanding kami sa Manila.
Sino
P
daw yung sumunod
susunod
kay
doon.
Ondoy? The typhoon.
That was
Milenyo.
early November.
Milenyo?
Milan niyo ba? Yung malakas yung ulan?
Hindi. O saka P. Ondoy after Ondoy. May
Pepeng.
sumunod sa kanya na storm na
Pepeng
malakas
ba?
din. Tapos yung Odette was also in October last year. Yung
Oo,
tumama sa
Odette was
Camarines
last
Sur.
year. Odette
Na
was just
nashock
last
din yung
year,
mga tao
correct.
sa Bicol, di ba? Bakit nagkaganon? That was in October.
Correct. So, I mean, at this point, I mean, what can we do, right? I mean, yung government is already calling on all LGUs to be prepared to mobilize their disaster response teams and also prepare evacuation sites. But I saw a poster online, I can't remember who from, pero tama din sila eh. We shouldn't be doing hashtag help Cebu or pray for Cebu. It should be justice for Cebu. Same for every
Oo nga.
single one of these provinces na tinamaan ng malala, ng typhoons, tropical depression, super typhoon, kung ano man, and exposed how massive corruption in this country has exacted a human toll, as heavy, very,
Ang
very
sabi ni
heavy.
Vince Dison, ang ICI daw is already looking into 5 billion worth of flood control projects in Cebu. 5 billion although ang sinabi kahapon ni Pambari 4, 26 billion
26, kaya nga
yung
eh.
flood control nila.
Oo.
Pero ito may 5 billion na daw worth of projects na tinitingnan ng ICI. Sabi ni Vince Dison.
Yeah.
Yan. Saka Ronald, ano ba yung state of national calamity? Ano ibig sabihin nun?
He can, activate the quick relief funds. Diba?
Hindi ko national yan, nationwide yan eh. Bakit ganon? Anong ibig sabihin nun?
Ang alam ko lang doon, mobilize mo yung lahat ng whole of government eh. Armed forces, police, lahat. So hindi lang NDRRMC.
But hindi naman kailangan mag-declare ng ganun for the president to use the
national yan
AFP.
national yan.
I mean, as far, for example, releasing funds is concerned, di ba sa mga LGs kasi yung declaration ng zero calamity,
Yung funds
kanya,
nila.
ano yun eh.
Funds
But you
nila,
can
pupuksan na.
you can tap
Pupuksan
the
na yung mga
funds.
resources nila.
Oo.
Yung mga
Nang
LGUs,
mabilis.
Ng mga LGs when they declare
Parang
on
hindi
their
na
own.
siya, hindi
Pero
na siya
when you-
dadaan doon sa process.
Correct.
But when you have the national government declaring a state of national
Yes.
emergency, what
Ano
exactly
yun?
is that?
Well, for one thing, he can call a price freeze, right? Ito na yung, di ba, a few weeks ago, there was a
yun.
confusion over the maximum
Suggested retail
retail
price.
price and price freeze. Ito na, because there's a state of national calamity,
that
the
I
president
guess,
can
yeah.
call for a
Parang,
price freeze to prevent profiteering and hoarding in this
Yeah,
time of
parang-
calamity, right?
Parang short of an emergency rule sa lugar na devastated. Parang short of that, no? Na yung usual rules mo ay hindi nag-govern doon.
Oo.
Okay, Bok, let's bring in our mojo. Si Arles de los Santos is coming to us from the ICI kung saan naglabas ka ng placard si Justice Reyes. Arles,
Tanong mo
saan ka ba?
na, Ed.
Arles, natanong mo ba
tanungin
si
niyo na siya.
Justice kung para saan yon?
Magandang hapon, Ronald, Regina, Ami at Bok, no? Ngayong araw nga ipinasa na ng Independent Commission for Infrastructure ang ika-4 na interim report at case recommendation nito no, sa Office of the Ombudsman kung saan kinauugnayan niya ng ilan sa mga opisyal ng DPWH Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office kagaya nila Henry Alcantara, Bryce Hernandez at iba pang mga engineer na nandyan sa nasasakupan na yan no, kasama din sa pinatitignan kung posible nga ba na may kapabayaan o neglect sa kanilang posisyon itong si dating DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan, Maria Catalina Cabral at Roberto Bernardo na pawang mga undersecretary ng ahensya nito. Nagulat tayo, Bok, Regina, Ami at Ronald no, ng biglang inilabas nito ni RCI Chairperson Andres Reyes ang kanyang placard na naglalaman nga no, na sinasabi, what the world needs now is love, not greed, not selfishness. Ayon sa kanya, ito daw ay pagpapaalala no, sa ating mga kababayan at sa ating bansa na kailangan daw magmahalan at kailangan daw makontento sa kung anong meron tayo, imbis daw na maging makasarili at isipin lamang ang sarili, magtuto daw tayo, magbigay. Meron mga nabanggit, kagaya na lamang ng mga bag na Hermes at mga labis na koleksyon ng mga sapatos pero hindi naman niya kinumpirma na ito ay nakapatungkol sa sino bang mga personalidad na nauugnay dito sa maanumalyang flood control projects ng pamahalaan.
Arles, nag-holding hands ba kayo at kumanta na yung Kumbaya kanina?
Medyo inasahan natin na baka magkaroon dito, Ronald, no? Parang may heal the world. Baka may mga ganong eksena pa.
But
at least, no, this is coming from a perspective daw na kung saan yung pagkagalit nga daw at hindi na nakokontento yung ilang mga kababayan natin no doon sa kanilang sa meron sila. Pero isa pa sa pag-usapan dito,
I just wanted to confirm, did any of the reporters there ask him why he was showing that placard? Kasi medyo bizarre nga naman. He was there to present the 4th report, right? Tapos biglang naglabas ng placard na gano'n. And we're just curious what message, and first of all, what he's trying to convey and who he's trying to send the message to. Natanong niyo ba?
Wala siyang pinatungkulan, Regina, kung kanino para saan ito, no, like specific person. Parang he answered it na generally ito daw ang kanyang mensahe no, na sinabi niya pa nga no, kailangan ng pag-ibig hindi yung swapang ka, lahat ng pera tinatago mo, hindi mo sinishare.
Pero Arles, may introduction ba siya bago nilabas yan? I mean, ano yung context ng paglalabas niya? May sinabi ba siya sa inyo na may papakita ko sa inyo, may ganito-ganito? Anong sabi niya?
Actually, pagkatapos niyang basahin yung summary no, ng ika-4 na interim report na ipapasa ng Commission sa Ombudsman, tumayo na itong si Justice Reyes and then hinila or nilabas na nga itong kanyang placard. No? And then we just asked, what's the meaning behind this? And yun, sinabi niya, it's just like so candid, pero parang may cutouts It's all printed and supposed to be in a cardboard. No? Pero bukod kasi dyan, natanong din natin siya kung meron pa ba na ibang kailangan yung ICI at kung yung mga serious issues, we delve more onto that, no? Kagaya na lamang na bakit maliliit na isda lang yung tila mga pinakasuhan sa ombudsman at yung iba pa no, na mga proponent na tinuturo. Ayon sa kanya, kailangan pa daw kasi ng whistleblower no, ng ICI nang sa gayon, maituro at maikonekta itong mga maanomalyang flood control projects doon sa mas malalaking mga personalidad. Pero sa ngayon, kasama daw yan sa isa sa mga hamong kanilang kinakaharap.
Yeah, sorry for the questions pero kasi baka mas appropriate na may placard siya na what the ICI needs now is more funding and power.
Pero kahapon ay kaka-approve pa lamang ng 41.4 million pesos na budget nila, no? And kasama na dyan, no, yung kanilang operational budget hanggang sa pagtatapos ng taon. Nanggaling daw ito sa contingency funds and makakapagbukas na rin sila ng 172 na mga contractual positions, no? So, ayon sa kanila, aprobado na ito ng DBM din and hinihintay na lamang nila na ma-download.
Okay, but also power kasi di ba hanggang ngayon ang authority naman talaga nila is to do fact finding they cannot impose on anybody to appear or to submit data or records, especially the private sector. So that's still a major vulnerability.
Tama ka dyan, Bo. Kaya nga sabi dito ng ICI, na kung mapansin nyo, no, ngayong linggo lamang na ito, parang 2 ata ng mga case recommendation at interim report ng ipinasa nila. Ayon kay Reyes ay hindi nila iipunin ang anuman na mga interim report na mabubuo nila, hindi nila patatagalin at agad itong isusumite sa ombudsman nang sa gayon maka-action agad at masilip ang mga ito.
Arles, this week, the only, so far, yung nakita namin na nag-testify, again, or the Diskaya couple, no? Did you find out anything more about it? May bago ba silang sinabi? Pang ilan na nila nito? This should be the 4th or 5th testimony na, nakailan na sila. But it seems, pabalik-balik sila, but it's not clear to us if anything is coming out of it.
Tama ka dyan, Regina, no? Kasi parang after netong fact-finding na kanilang ginagawa, ombudsman na daw yung susunod na action dito, no? Kasama nga dyan yung whistleblower. Ayon kay Reyes, parang mas may kakayanan at may sapat na mga tauhan, no? Itong ombudsman para magpatawag at mas silipin ng mas detalyado pa itong mga kinaugnayan ng mga flood control projects. Yung nauna na pinasa nila this week ay sa Bulacan din yon, sa Plaridel, 72 million pesos na ghost project. And then ito naman this week ay 95 million pesos na nandun naman sa Bukawi, Bulacan.
Arles, nandiyan ba yung
Arles,
ibang
kailan
member
naumpisa
ng
yung live stream?
ICI? Katulad ni Babe Singson, katulad ni Navarro, no? At saka si General Azurin. O si Kwan lang kasi nakita si Justice Reyes lang. Maganda kasi dahil kakaunti lang sila na nandun sila lahat.
You mean si Fajardo?
Yeah.
Taga-SGV, oh.
SGB, no? Na paano iba-iba yung kanilang skill set Yung isa ay yung SGB, yung isa ay dating DPWH Secretary, yung isa dating PNP Chief. So maganda na makita yung complexion ng ICI at all times.
Tama ka dyan, Ronald, no? Pero kanina at least sa press conference, si Justice Reyes lamang yung humarap. Huli natin nakita na magkasama itong dalawa, no? At least outside their offices when they inspected yung DILG facility, no? Kung saan daw ikukulong yung mga maugnay dito sa mga flood control scandal. Kahapon, kung di din tayo nagkakamali, itong si Alzerin pumunta ng Davao kasama si Dizon, si DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon, para mag-inspection din ng isa sa mga umano'y maanumalyang flood control project doon.
Dito kasi kung maglalabas kami
Arles,
ng placard,
malinaw na ba
hati-hati
kung
kami.
kailan mag-umpisa yung live stream? Isa yan sa mga hinihingi ng Iglesia ni Cristo.
Tama ka dyan, Amin, no? Matatandaan natin na nung pumunta sa Senate itong si Reyes, no? Kinumpirma niya na magsisimula na agad sa susunod na linggo yung live streaming nila. But unfortunately, 2 weeks after that, no, nag-focus sila sa case recommendation, case build-up. And then yan, nag-file na sila ngayong araw, no? Inaasahan natin na by November 11 or 12, magre-resume na yung mga pagdinig nito. Kasabay din doon yung live streaming, katulad na naipangako nito sa Senate at sa mga, tinanong din natin actually, pati yung mga nagdaan nila na pagdinig na hindi na raw nila ilalabas. But hoping, no, na itong mga paparating na pagdinig ay lahat makikita ng taong bayan kung ano nga ba ang tinatalakay sa loob ng mga pagdinig nito.
Any other new witnesses, whistleblowers na pumunta dyan sa ICI? Again, I keep only seeing yung the Diskaya couple. What about the other contractors na pangalanan na before?
So far, Regina, no, itong nakaraang dalawang case recommendation at interim report ng ICI, top-notch catalyst yung kanilang mga isinasangkot, no, yung ipinupukol itong ghost projects nga na ito. No, ngayon, merong bagong pangalan na lumabas. Ito yung BIM team. Parang meron silang joint venture. Ito nga yung ghost project, only for it to turn out. No? So, ayon sa ICI, yung top 15 contractors, nagpo-focus pa rin sila doon sa mga una nang nabuksan at natalakay. So ayan, sa Bulacan, marami pa daw sila na mga kaso na ipapasa. Pero focus sila talaga doon sa 421 na mga flood control projects na una nang nasilip na ano nga daw ay suspected as ghost projects.
Okay. All right. We'll leave that there. Thank you so much for your live reporting, Arles de los Santos, live from the ICI headquarters in Taguig. Thank you, Arles.
Salamat, Arles.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Arles.
Arles.
So, at least may pondo na sila ngayon.
41 million,
Oo.
which isn't a lot.
Yan nga.
Kasi
Pero,
dati pa
Ubus na yan
ginagamit
in
nila
6 months.
Pero hanggang December
pero
lang naman
imagine
yan.
mo
Hanggang
Yung
December lang ba
41
yan?
times until year end.
It's not for the full year.
Saka imagine mo, mahigit sa
Yeah.
buwan na sila. Wala silang budget. Mahirap yun. Tapos buong bansa nakatingin sa kanila. Kaya kailangan talaga
Public
nila
Attorney's
ng
Office ang ginagamit nila dati abogado.
And even
Nakasingit pa
yung-
sa pao, di ba?
Hindi,
Even
mismo
yung
yung
head,
security nila, wala silang security.
even yung headquarters, kaninong office ba yun?
DOE, di ba?
DOE, di ba?
DOE.
Yeah, they're
Sa Taguig.
co-located sa DOE. But yun nga yung point mo before.
Kaya
You're
pala,
given-
kaya pala nailabas ni Justice Reyes yung kanyang placard. Siya lang mag-isa kanina.
baka na.
Wala makapagbito ng
Wala pang
placard
staff.
niya.
Kung dito kasi maghahati tayo, di ba?
You mean that's his way of asking for more money?
No, I mean,
Labo. Labo.
wala nga.
La-
Hindi,
Ayan,
namamalimos.
yung placard, oh. Wala sang ibang kasama kasing commission member.
Lalo ba si
So,
Sir,
walang
what the world
mapagbito
needs now. Tapos ikaw yung love. Di ba? Hati-hati tayo.
Isa-isa silang gaganon.
Oo, isa-isang lalabas si Babe Singson, General Azurin, no, di ba?
I'm not amused.
Principal tuloy. Oh.
Oh, kanina pa siya asar sa placard.
Hindi naman. I just
Hindi niya
don't
ma-get yung
see.
Hindi naman
message.
asar ka.
I
Wala
just
mo nga yung
don't
messaging eh.
Oo, I just don't see the point of it. It's a very serious matter.
Yeah.
And again, I'm for the chair of the lead in commission in this investigation. I want somebody who's cutthroat and ruthless, right? Who's gonna strike fear into the hearts of these criminals,
Not loving.
not spouting about love. Sorry, I'm like,
Sino bang idea mo na?
I don't know.
Ruthless.
See,
Sino bang idea mo na ruthless?
Gusto niya ruthless. Eh, kaso
Oy,
tutles ang
because,
nangyari.
alam ko na, because you know what, nakikita na natin yung mga defenses that some of these personalities will be using, right? Si Ed and I were talking about it with yung, for example, yung press conference ni Attorney
Rodin.
Rodin
That was
kahapon.
interesting nga kasi the argument, it's the argument that's been used in other cases as well before, including sa mga contractors who've been donating to politicians' campaign funds. Na iba ang personality ng tao versus yung personality ng kumpanya. So, using that same argument, ang sabi ni Attorney Rondain was Mississippi's Aviation is not the same as Saldico.
At mas bumaba pa yata yung kanyang SALN kumpara noong 2019. Parang may ganun pa siyang sinabi.
4.1 billion ang sinight na number ni Attorney Rondain.
Tsaka kaya siya hindi babalik dahil
Merong
security threats.
Deathly afraid.
So,
Deathly afraid. May sabi naman ni Miko Clavano kanina, basta pinaila na daw yan ng kaso, magre-request na sila either extradition or a red
Extradition,
notice from Interpol.
oh yeah.
Baka
Already.
Kung
Baka
walang
mas
extradition, pwede mong ipa-red notice sa Interpol para mabilis-bilis.
mas Interpol yun. Dahil yung bansa, wala tayong
Mas mabilis yun,
extradition.
Doesn't
wala
matter
nga
kung may
embassy ang
extradition.
Portugal
At least
dito sa
yung Interpol,
Pilipinas,
marami yun.
Tama.
Some interesting points lang from the press con of yesterday kasi Attorney Rondain was pointing out na Mississippi's Aviation was created in 2003 or 2004 and Zaldico only became a congressman in 2019. So sabi niya, how could somebody who only became a congressman in 2019 have used illegal funds to purchase aircraft for a company going back to 2004. Medyo disingenuous yun kasi, for example, some of the aircraft in question, like yung Gulfstream, was bought in 2024. So, it's not the same thing.
Hindi nga daw sa kanya yon. Di ba yung sabi, wala siyang air assets. Yun ang sabi nila. Walang air assets. Ang sabi ng gobyerno, meron. Almost 5 billion yung nakumpiska nila. So, kanino yun? 5 billion.
Depende yan dun sa official documentation. Kasi magaling naman yung mga marami naman talaga tayong yung ownership kung saan napupunta yung pangalan.
So maraming
So, pwedeng
layers.
deniable siya based on documents.
May story
Anyway, siguro magandang tingnan yung case na tax evasion na final sa dun sa mga to get an idea kung paano hahabulin yung ganyang kaso.
May
Yung mga
story
final
tuloy
na
po kang
tax
ano.
Pero
evasion cases.
nung kinumpiska nila
Doon sa
yung
mga
almost...
engineers, pwedeng makita natin kung paano, kung sakasakali lang, nahahabulin nila yan.
Pero
In that
nung
case.
kinumpiska nila yung almost 5 billion na air assets, Siyempre may batayan naman sila ron. Di ba? Kahit papano. Meron silang batayan na ito ay kesaldi ko. No? Hindi lang, yung ganun ba? Dahil ang laki nun 5
Tingnan mo
billion
yung mga registration sa Securities and Exchange Commission ng kumpanya, yung bumili nung air asset, at saka yun, ganon-ganon. Ganon ang magagawa mo.
Halimbawa, yung mga air assets na dinala daw sa Malaysia, malaki rin yun. Aeroplano, chopper, etc. So, ibig sabihin, meron naman silang kaunting basihan, di ba?
Pero ito nga, Rappler came out with a story today
Yes.
based on the SEC
But
filings.
we'll dissect the flaws in the argument of cost lawyer, but I just need to throw to a very quick break.
Oh, okay.
So you're watching Storycon One News. Please stay with us. There's more to talk about. We just need to take a very short break. We'll be right back.
This is the Story Conference Group or the Storycon Group.
We've got the relevant news and the stories behind the headlines. Welcome back to Storycon, the Story Conference. I'm Edling Gao.
And I'm Regina Lay, still with us, Ami Pamitun of the Philippine Star, and Ronald Llamas, our resident political pundit. We were trying to get former Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia to join us today, essentially to answer some of the allegations that's been thrown about, for example, by current Governor Pam Baricuatro na merong 26 billion pesos worth of flood control projects that were wasted. But apparently, she's still on the chopper right now, coming back from Cebu, so baka hindi na natin
She's
makuha.
been doing an ocular of sorts, so we might get her for the later programs.
Yes, so we're gonna try to get her for the later programs. But
Anyway, some interesting points about
air assets.
Yeah, the press conference yesterday of Attorney Ruy Rondain, abogado ni Zaldico. A bit of backgrounder, he was the lawyer of Mike Arroyo, nung panahon ni GMA. That's why his name is very familiar.
For which case?
The libel case against several journalists.
Pero si Saldico was also identified with the first gentleman nung panahon ni
Talaga?
GMA. Yeah.
Oh, hindi naman alam na. Konti pa.
Parang meron pang gusto sabihin.
Bibigla kang purumeno eh.
Mukhang may, at least yung balita noon, may mga kwan sila, may mga business deals.
And?
Ano ba? Kapitan.
Kaya ibig sabihin na in most governments nandun siya. No?
Okay.
Si Zaldi. That's interesting because I don't know him from, hindi naman siya kilala before.
Negosyante siya, contractor siya, meron siya mga businesses.
Bagay, laki ng kumpanya niya eh.
Sa bagay,
May CBs
Dami
and
niyang
Sandwich
negosyo
eh.
May vision eh.
Oo.
Saka ano daw siya, among the children, siya daw yung pinakamagaling talaga sa
Negosyo.
sa finances. Oo, sa negosyo.
Amongst the children of their father.
Among the children of the father, oo, siya daw yung talagang pinakamagaling. Kaya yung iba daw na mga pinapunta sa US yata. Para, I think, to study, siya yung naiwan dahil siya yung magaling sa
I didn't know that there were many of them. Ang kilala ko lang kasi siya at si Christopher Cole, who used to be a congressman as well.
Tapos, alam ko noon, close din siya kay Cheese Escudero, hindi lang dahil magkababayan sila.
Bicol yung kasi.
Kundi may mga personal relationships na very strong noon.
Ito si Rol.
What does that mean,
Bigyan pa
strong?
ng konting oras, marami pa lumalabas.
Kaya nga eh.
Kaya, ang alam ko, siya yung mga supporters ni Cheese as Senate President before.
You mean campaign donor or supporter
Hindi,
lang?
nung natanggal si Mig Subiri.
Okay.
Natanggal si Senate President Mig Subiri, ang alam ko, isa siya sa mga nagtulak
Nag-push.
na yung kababayan niya yung maging Senate President. Eventually, nagkaroon ng falling out.
Sige pa. Baka mamaya malik mo pa kay Magellan at kay Lapu-Lapu.
Everything is connected, Bok.
Anyway, we're talking about yung air assets nga kanina. Di ba, sabi ni Atty. Rondain, walang pag-aring air assets si Zaldico, which may be true on its face kung if you're looking for
Paper.
For a paper that says Zaldico owns
Paper trail.
these air assets. However, yun nga, it's Mississippi's Aviation. But if you look at the Rappler story that came out today, Rappler based it on SEC filings, Mississippi's Aviation, 89% owned by
Mississippi's land.
So Mississippi's Land owns 89% of Mississippi's Aviation. Mississippi's Land, ang hatian niyan, mga 70% more or less ang pag-aari ng mag-asawa,
And
Zaldi and the wife, and then the remaining percentages yung dalawang anak.
Correct.
So it's actually the entire
By four.
family, which owns Mississippi's Land, which owns 89% of Mississippi's Aviation.
Yes.
Yung nga lang, siyempre, if you ask the lawyers, sasabihin nila na, hindi kay Zaldi ko lahat yan.
But you can, that's the defense
So,
na.
yun yung
That's what we can come to expect already.
Pero
when
yun ang
pag-abot
bibilangin sa korte, tandaan nyo.
Wow.
Yun ang
kasi
titingnan sa
kami
korte.
elites. Kami elites kasi interlocking directorates ang tawag namin
Interlocking
dyan.
directorates na.
Hindi mo, meron niyang mga firewall. No? Hindi mo makikita yan. Pero para sa management ng taxation, sa management ng, hindi ko sinabing money laundering, no? Management ng profits, kailangan namin ihiwa-hiwala yan. Pero isa yan. Parang itong mga contractors.
Beneficial ownership.
Beneficial ownership ang tawag dyan. No? Parang itong mga contractors, magbibid ako. Hindi ko kayang i-deliver yung napanalunan kong bid. Isa-subcontract ko sa ibang contractor. No? Tapos yung
anak mo,
tapos
yung
yung anak ko, pwedeng asawa, yung anak ng kabilang contractor. No? So may mga personal as well as...
So pag sumabit, you have plausible deniability.
Of course.
Because, it's not my name on that paper.
Of course.
Right?
Diba?
May mga firewall ka.
And,
Saka ano yan, alam niya ng mga abogado.
of
Yun
course.
pa, kaya ka-hire ng abogado na magaling.
Yeah,
Para nga
that's
gawin
what-
yung mga
that's
yan
what the-
para sa'yo.
Diba nga,
Good
that's
lawyers
And
are
why,
for.
accountant.
That's-
Preferably a CPA lawyer.
oo, di ba
Para
nga,
alam nila nga yung mga rules na yan.
nung nag-guess-
Pagpasok niyan sa korte, pwede yung makalusot.
nung nag-guest
Tandaan nyo lang yan.
Nung nag-guest si former IBP Chair Egon Cayosa, remember we were pressing him about the responsibility of IBP here, Integrated Bar of the Philippines, because that's the organization that all lawyers in the country must belong to. And call me idealistic, but baka naman meron silang...
Idealistic nga.
Alam mo, may echo na naman ang boses mo. Nasa kuweba ka naman.
Idealistic nga.
Hindi ba pwedeng sila din, they, stand for what's right this time? I mean,
Hindi, sasabihin nila, they
they
will
will
follow
always
the
say that
legal,
what is legal
the
is what
legal
is right.
provisions. Oo. Basta allowed John. Tandaan nyo, lalo na sa mga defense, malaki leeway
malaki
na
nga.
pwedeng
That's
gawin ng
why.
defense
Because you're
lawyer.
proving beyond reasonable doubt.
So,
You
Gagamitin
play the
yan lahat
system.
para makalusot yung mga kliyente nila.
Correct.
And that is their role as a defense lawyer.
It's the
Meron
same
silang
argument.
mga pinangahawakan. You have to review our laws kung gusto nyong medyo mabawasan
Makausap.
yung mga butas na yun.
Oo. It's the same argument nga
It's
dun
not
sa
even in the Philippines, ha? Kahit
Oo.
sa US, di ba?
It's the same
Maraming
argument nga
ganung
dun sa,
kaso na
sa contractors
nakakalusot.
who are donating to campaign funds. The argument being, iba naman yung kumpanya, iba yung may-ari ng kumpanya. They're two different legal entities.
No, but at some point, you can't disassociate one from the other anymore. Right?
That's
In
what
the
we-
case
that's
of,
what we want to
sino
say,
ba
but-
nag-start ng Mississippi
Gray area
right?
daw yan, di ba? Sabi ni
Who's-
Chairman Garcia.
Correct.
And
I
he's a
mean,
lawyer.
Exactly. Yung,
He's a lawyer. It's a gray area. Kaya hindi natin malaman hanggang umakyat
that's
sa all
it.
the
It's
way
a
to the
gray area.
Supreme Court.
So,
Oo,
yun.
kailangan
So,
umakyat siya
pagalingan ng argumento at padulasan ng padulasan.
At diyan kumikita
Di ba
ang
sabi
mga
naman ni
malalaking
Boying
law
Remulla,
firm.
isa daw sa pinakamahirap pang patunayan na offense dito is plunder. Kaya nga medyo lumalayo-layo siya dyan sa anong yan Dito sa flood control, dahil lahat tayo, ang tagal-tagal din naman, kailan may mapaparusahan, kailan makukulong.
No.
Kaya
Sana
medyo
nga
lumihing
makasuhan
siya sa
eh.
plunder. Yung medyo madali, yung
That's why,
malversation na lang.
they're reaching for low-hanging fruits. Kasi
Conflict
nga,
of interest.
plunder is very, very difficult to prove. It'll take years, right?
Kasi kailangan personal na
Benefit.
na nakinabang doon sa ninakaw. So kung wala naman nagpipirmahan dito, hindi inaabot na personal, wala naman CCTV na nag-aabot ng pera, puro cash yan, paano man patutunayan yan?
Para kasi Bong Revilla at saka si Jingo Estrada.
Yun na nga.
Yung
Walang
sasabit yan,
puro
yung chief
aid
of
lang.
staff.
Yung aid mo, itatapon mo doon sa bilibid. At ikaw, libre ka. Kaya yung mga aid dyan, medyo mag-ingat-ingat kayo.
Oo. Alamin nyo kailan nyo ilalaglag yung
Ito
boss
si
nyo.
Ping Lacson, pati yung CCTV dun sa Senado.
Richard Cabe
Nire-review
kay
para
Bong Revilla.
Sino yung kumuha ng
namatay sa
mga
bilibid.
One of the
Sino
other
yung tumanggap.
One of the other things that Attorney Rondain said yesterday was that Zaldico is not evading accountability because he left the country long before the Mahiya Naman Kayo State of the Nation address. First of all, because people have short memories, let us remind them that January pa lang, so Gen-Feb pa lang, when did he get fired as appropriations chair? January, right? Meron ng controversies, let's say, surrounding
Over the budget.
Zaldico. Diba, at that time, recall that ang press release nila when he was fired as APRO chair was he's stepping down for personal, or was it health reasons? I can't remember. One of those euphemisms.
health reasons.
But we later on found out it was because, yun nga, people were getting wind of the fact that there were anomalies in the budget. And that's why he
Budget insertion.
was forced
In
off.
fact, yung budget scandal overshadowed all the work of the Quadcom, ano pa yon yung sa yung isa pang Committee on Good Governance, natabunan pati iskandalo kay BP Sara. Dahil doon sa budget insertion pa lang yan, wala pa yung flood control.
So, I mean, it exploded because President Marcos did that press conference wherein he exposed the top 15 contractors around the country. Pero even before that, meron ng mga
Hindi, yung
issues.
GAA.
Oh, yung
Diba,
GAA.
Hindi pinirmahan ng presidente.
Oo.
At ang sabi niya, kung hindi nyo aayusin yan, ay mag-re-enacted budget tayo. Kaya almost sa dulo. Diba? Doon
That
na
was
aprobahan.
December last
Although,
year.
ang tinanggalan niya ay
6 billion
less than $30 billion lang. Doon sa mga
Pesos.
insertions.
Token lang yun,
no? Pesos. No? Doon sa mga insertions.
26 billion lang.
And we later found out from his campaign manager, Toby Tiangco, that he would have vetoed more if he had more time. But that tells us they knew how big the problem was. Right? So anyways,
Yes.
my point being...
At sinabi rin ni
Oo.
Toby Tiangco, ang laki daw ng impact dun sa campaign nila.
Correct.
Niyang scandal over the budget. And remember, ang nag-move na tanggalin si Saldico as Appropriations Committee was Sandro Marcos.
Pero medyo revealing din yung sinabi ni Toby Tiangco. Ibig sabihin, yung kanilang campaign funds manggagaling sa pera ng gobyerno. No?
Hindi ba? Dati na naman.
Diba? Dahil sa problema sa national budget ay nagka-problema sa campaign funds ng alyansa.
Hindi, yung iskandalo daw na yon na-epektuhan yung ano.
Hindi,
Doon daw
sabi ni
nag-umpisang
Toby,
bumaba
hindi daw
kanilang
wala daw lumabas na pondo.
Mga ratings, oo.
Diba sabi niya, wala daw silang pondo. Yun ang sabi niya.
Oo.
No? Maliban pa doon sa impeachment na nakatulong daw laban sa kanila.
And then officially, si Zaldico we know this for a fact, which guest told us this, only applied for a travel clearance from the House of Representatives weeks after the State of the Nation address, yung mahiya naman yung State of the Nation address.
So after, hindi before.
Weeks
Hindi
after.
before.
Yun din yung that's also something Rappler picked up in its report. But I remember we guested somebody who told us, hindi pa, at that point in time, hindi pa siya nag-apply for travel clearance, which tells me maybe he hadn't meant to stay out of the country that long, right? So anyways, yung claim ni Attorney Rondain is now he's not evading accountability, he's just deathly afraid for his life, that there are legitimate threats to his life, right? But I don't know, just...
What the world needs
Well,
now
there
is
could
love,
be
not
legitimate
hate.
threats to his life. Pero,
that doesn't excuse him from accountability, from facing all of these charges, right? Because and then a phrase that Attorney Rondain kept bringing up yesterday was he said, she said, kasi he said, but it's 10 people's words against one person, right? And we hadn't heard from that one person yet, which is his client. So every chance that they get so far, hindi pa sila nagpapaliwanag.
So si Attorney Rondain ang kanyang spokesperson o abogado?
Looks like it. Both. Sometimes it's the same person, right? Pero yun nga, nakikita
dapat
na
magpa-interview man lang siya ng Zoom, no? Si Saldico.
Yes.
From
That
anywhere
came
in
up
the world.
yesterday. It was asked
Madali namang
yesterday.
itago kung nasan ka eh. Doon ka lang sa tabi ng pader eh.
I think it was
Diba?
asked yesterday. Remember, I was watching the video. It was asked yesterday, pero it was sidestepped kasi parang why would he have to do a press con to answer the charges against him? What charges against him? Yung sinabi ni Sergeant Gutesa, tapos ang sagot ni Rondain is, asan ba si Gutesa ngayon? So doon pa lang na
Nakikita na natin yung defense, the framework of his defense arguments.
Oo nga, nasa nga ba si Gutesa?
Oo nga, saan si Gutesa?
We don't know.
Baka lalabas sa rally na one of the rallies.
Last night on The Big Story, they asked General Nick Torre that. Sabi niya, he's never been involved. He doesn't know.
Did he say he doesn't know or did he sidestep the question?
He doesn't know. Wala siyang alam daw. No. I watched it. Says, ask him again. Sabi niya, wala naman ako alam sa mga ganun.
He says he has no business.
Oo, he's getting involved in things like that. So it was an outright denial.
Well, saying that you have no business in something like that is not the same as saying that I did not do anything.
No, his argument was he doesn't know.
Parang abogado,
Wala
no?
siyang alam about it. So si Ed parang abogado.
But bear in mind that General Torre is still an active duty general of the PNP. He's
Yes,
still
he's
the
4-star.
highest ranking.
Medyo weird yan eh.
He's,
Dahil siya ang highest ranking, tapos yung boss
he's
niya
the highest
is
ranking.
lower ranking. Diba? 3-star tsaka 4-star.
So he's active duty. He cannot just fiddle around with other people.
Pero pag may kaso ako,
still on.
kukunin ko spokesperson si Ed Lingao.
Bakit naman?
Kaya mo mag-nuancing.
Learned rin ba ako? Ganun?
Diba, Reg? Kaya niya mag-nuancing, di ba?
We all can do nuancing. Ewan ko na lang sa values niya, pero... Just kidding. But anyways, so I guess hindi natin nakuha si Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia. We'll try again later.
We'll try tonight.
We'll try again later. Nasa chopper pa din daw, our producer is telling us. But
Baka
also,
ini-inspection yung extent ng damage. Sobra-sobra kasi yung damage dun sa
Tsaka yung
Cebu.
mga flood control.
Baka lumilipad-lipad pa doon. No?
Grabe.
Kasi maganda weather ngayon eh.
grabe yung
Hindi
footage
delikadong
din.
mag-helicopter ngayon.
Grabe yung footage.
Sine-check na yung flood control baka kasi ibanat sa kanya.
Well, thankfully or not thankfully, the next storm is not going to hit the same area. So, I don't know.
Mas
Well,
Oo
I'm
nga.
hoping it
Tatama
doesn't
sa
hit
Metro
at all.
Manila.
Should we be thankful or not?
Northern and
Central
Central.
Luzon.
Northern and Central Luzon.
Central
Mas
Luzon
marami
eh.
tao
Basta
ron.
Central Luzon, malaki apekto
Yeah,
sa
pero
atin.
imagine mo kung same area tatamaan niya, di
Maraming
kawawa
tao.
ng mga tao.
Kawawa ang Pilipinas collectively. Northern and Central Luzon, also don't forget the
Central Luzon,
the
Bulacan
rice
yan,
fields.
At
Yung
saka,
mga agricultural lands doon.
Bahala naman yan.
at yung Central Luzon, integrated yan sa NCR. So yung
Yeah.
tubig sa Central Luzon, pupunta definitely sa NCR.
Yeah.
At yung babagsak sa sa eastern bundok sa Rizal. Ang bagsak niyan Marikina.
Kaya,
Basta Central Luzon, malaki epekto sa atin.
definitely.
Kaya brace for it on the weekend, signal number 5.
There's a there's a chance it might not hit at all, might miss if it moves north, further north.
Mukhang tatama talaga.
tatama
projections
talaga.
are
Tama talaga.
mostly Luzon, Northern Luzon.
I thought,
Siyempre, ayaw natin tumama. Pero mukhang yung...
I thought initially there was a chance it could veer north,
Pero kasi
further north.
hindi extreme Northern Luzon it's Northern Luzon eh.
North lang.
No, and central.
So big chance pa rin na
Tapos yung mga water basins dyan, magkakaugnay. Kaya kung mapupuno yung mga lakes, yung mga rivers,
All the others will get filled up then.
oo. Tapos yung mga bundok dyan, yung Sierra Madre Mountain
Sierra Madre.
Range, across kanyan eh. Hanggang, abot nga yan, hanggang Bicol, Quezon, no?
So, if there are any viewers that are tuning in from Northern and Central Luzon, not to paint a doomsday scenario, pero you know,
Remember
best
the
to
Cagayan
start
River?
preparing now.
That's a huge floodplain
Kaya dapat
going
mas
out to that.
na-appreciate mo yung placard.
Sa Cagayan.
Yung placard.
Placard na yan na naging top story.
Dapat maglabas din kayo dyan ng kung anong placard mo dyan.
Ito yung placard.
Help us!
Hey, headline naman yun. Headline ng Philippine Star yun.
Oo.
Yung placard na yan.
Is it?
Siyempre, kailangan nandun yun.
Headline news placard. Magsulat ako ng placard. Jail time. Jail time. That's all.
Ang kailangan ay rootless.
Rootless?
Rootless daw, sabi.
Rootless para sa mga toothless. Kasi wala pang ngipin yung ICI.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Corny.
Oo nga, ang corny. Isa lang na nga yan, corny.
Uwi ka na nga, Ed Lingao. Thank you for joining Storycon today. Ami Pamituan,
Gagamitin yung joke ko
of the Philippine Star, Ronald Llamas, our resident political heckler. Join us again tomorrow, 4 p.m. for Storycon. I'm Regina Lay.
I'm Ed Lingao. Kapatid, we are one news, all sides, all the time.
This is the Story Conference Group or the Storycon Group.